Alright, all glory to the Emperor and Grandmaster Lord Inquisitor Joss from the Tindarus Interactive Studio based in Paris. He is the Lord High Admiral Joss too, my older brother, co-founder of the studio. Just few words about the studio. We are 5 years old, not us, the studio, and this is the third RTS we are throwing at Tindarus Interactive. Well, we're huge fan of this IP. It's been like 20 years. We have all been playing all the tabletop games and reading the books, and there are a lot of figurines all over the place. So we're trying to stick out as much as possible to the IP in terms of purity, if we can say that. Well, I'm glad to introduce you to Battlefleet Gothic Armada in the Warhammer 40k universe. Battlefleet Gothic Armada takes place during the 12th Black Crusade of Abaddon the Despoiler in the Gothic sector of the galaxy of the Imperium of Men. What we have done with Battlefleet Gothic is an RTS action, and we like to call it a space boat game, because the idea behind Battlefleet Gothic is to transpose 18th century galleon naval fights into space with bloody boarding parties and broadside shootings. In this game, you will be able to play one of the four races who are the Imperium, the Chaos, the Hordes, and the Eldars. This game is for PC only, and we are using Unreal 4 engine for the amazing graphic it provides. We are now about 9 months of development, and in this game, you will have a solo and a multiplayer mode. Everything is work in progress right now, so we will use some mockups to introduce you to the very first step of the development of the game. Starting with the campaign, in this campaign, the only race playable is the Imperium, because it's related to the original story of Battlefleet Gothic. We will have principal, secondary, and third arc scenaristics. It will work as a crisis management related to the original story, in which you have to save all the Gothic sector from the Chaos ends. You have about 7 subsectors in the Gothic sector, and from 10 to 14 solar systems that you have to keep, because you have bonuses related to every solar system. You will have the Forge Word, you will have the I words, the Adeptus Mechanicus words, and so on. In this game, you will be able to earn favor from mission given by the 4 houses of Battlefleet Gothic, who are the Nabis Nobility, the Inquisition, the Adeptus Mechanicus, and the Adeptus Astartes. As I said, they will give you missions to complete and give you bonuses related when you have fully completed it. For example, the Adeptus Astartes will offer you a battle barge for the Space Marines, which will make the boarding parties way easier. Those big houses will all be interacting during the campaign. For example, the Inquisition should decide to launch an exterminatus on a planet that has been corrupted for too long by the Chaos. Destroy this planet and destroy the bonuses related. You are now in port mode, which is the main port of the Gothic sector. Talking about port, this is the panel for the upgrades of the ship. Everything is upgradable in Battlefleet Gothic. The ships in terms of tank, damages, control, support, recon, and maneuver. There is a lot of persistence in this game. You have 5 classes of ships. Escort ships, light cruisers, battle cruisers, and battleship. I'm really talking about classes, not about ship. There's gonna be more than 30 different ships in this game. On the top of the screen, this is the Admiral Management panel. His name, the renown, you have the favors of the houses and the fleet colors. The colors of the ship will be customizable too. As I said, there is a lot of persistence in this game. If you have some engines broken, for example, during an engagement, you will have to repair those broken engines in the outgame, unless you will make the next engagement with the broken engines. As I said, everything is customizable in Battlefleet Gothic, so is the crew. You will be able to add a lot of stuff to your crew to make it upgrade. You can upgrade your captain too, that you can see on the left. Selecting a ship, you will have the related captain appearing in here. You will have about 25 upgrades and 35 skills. Alright, now I will have the pleasure to introduce you to what we have done so far with the game. And this is not the final interface. In this game, we are using an environmental randomization system to set up the battlefield. You will have asteroids, you will have gas field and so on, and everything has an impact on the gameplay. You're able to choose the size of your party in terms of points that will help you to purchase the type of ships you want to play with. For the moment, we only have the Chaos and the Imperium, but the Orcs and the Eldar are coming really soon. The deployment phase is as easy as you can see it. It's just a click and drag and deploy your ships on the battlefield. In this game, we are using an innovative principle in which the player presets the behavior of his fleet. Let's say the level of micromanagement he wants to engage in the party. The first line of it is the behavior itself. Being aggressive, being defensive, stop what you're doing and go complete the mission. The second line is the way your ships are going to shoot at the enemies. Stay still and frontside shoot, stay still and broadside shoot, pass in front of your enemies and frontside shoot, and pass in front of the enemies and broadside shoot. The third line, can we have a click low please? Thank you. The third line is the engagement range. The spur range, low range, middle range, and the long range. The fourth line is the level of disengagement of your ships. You can disengage at 50% of the life bar, 30, 15%, or fight to death. According to this fight to death, I told you the captain of their different tempers, so sometimes they will refuse to execute your orders. Two options to that. The first one is let them disobey to your orders, but you will earn some tolerance points. The more tolerance points you earn, the more captain will continue to disobey to you. Being tolerant is not such a good thing in the Warhammer universe. So you might use the second option, which is to call the commissar and execute the captain. But watch out, you could kill a very experimented captain. Selecting your ship, you have this interface on the bottom of the screen which gives you information about your ship. Life, shield, range, pace of movement, etc. Clicking on an enemy ship, you have this same kind of interface, but you have another panel on the left, which is the priority targeting of the enemy ships. Clicking on the one, you make it the first priority target of your guys. On the bottom line, you make the place targeting all you guys. You can target the breach, you can target the reactors, you can target the weaponries and the generators. It depends on you, Captain, the way you want to attack the enemy ships. This panel on the right is the skill panel. Selecting a ship, you will have the related skills to this ship. For example, this one is the cannon. It has the broadside, the bowling parties, the lightning strike, the warp. It has the probe and the big shields, the counter meters, and so on. In Battlefleet Gothic Armada, when something is lost, it is lost forever. So when you get your ship explode, you will lose the crew and the captains related. You have two manners to save your ships in Battlefleet Gothic Armada. The first one is the warp jump. Just warp it out and you will save the guys and the ship. The second one is to get the ship out of the battle map. Then you will save everything too. But if your ship explodes, you can just use rescue capsule just at the reach to save your captain and the crew, which you might have taken a lot of time to upgrade. The red line marks the ships that you are engaging, and the blue line is the escort line. you have noticed that during the in-game there are some kind of slow motion parties. So the player will be able to put a slow motion on the game in order to manage what he will be able to in a short time. The sound is very important in Battlefleet Gothic. Some races use it for everything, but all the races get bonuses in terms of targeting. Let's say you are targeting a ship in the direction of the sun, you will get more chances to reach it. On the right of the life bar are the tactical buttons. The first one is the tactical itself. The tactical gives you the possibility to use the high energy turns. It's way easier to control this big ship in the universe. The biggest one is about 6 miles long. The second one doubles the critics and locks on one ship. The third one is the brace for impact. When you are ready to spur your enemy, it gives you 25+% of the shield, but it divides your fire rate by 2. And the fourth one is the radio silence, that gives you the bonuses of a furtivity. What we aim to do with Battlefleet Gothic Armada is an easy to learn and how to master game. This is not a game only for the fan people player. It is a game for everyone to make it as accessible as possible for the guys. Here you can see a boarding party. The guys are sent by little ships, but it depends on the race. You have many ways to send a boarding party on an enemy ship.